Hey everyone. Oh, let's see. How did I set this up? Did I set it up correctly? We're about to find out. There. It's not doing the template. Template it up. Doop, boop, boop, boop. There we go. Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, that is great. Yeah, not even the camera shows up. That's perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. Oh yeah. Hello, thank you so much for dropping in. I'm about to do a video log, everybody, so this is where I turn my camera off, and my camera's not really streaming during these broadcasts. But here I am. I'm just gonna go into my video logs, and that's how I'm gonna start the day. Just like that. Yeah. Anyways, kind of tell you about myself. My name's Corey. I live in the northern hemisphere of Ontario. It snows here about 6 to 8 months a year. What else? I am a 38-year-old man. I am a little overweight, but in a good way. I wear a kilt every day, and I have a pup by my side. I am engaged. I have 2 stepkids. And yeah, there's just a little bit of me so far. Anyways, I figured I'd drop right into this, so I'm gonna read some video logs. So this is back in 2020 when I wrote these, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. Lord, your love is never ending. Your love for us is deeper than the ocean. It's hard to comprehend your love for me. It's even harder to put it into words. I appreciate your never-ending kindness. You give me so much love. You give me so much ... I have so much joy in you. Won't too happy dance? I don't know what I was writing there. Lord, I want you to close. Lord, Lord, I want you close. Your presence, Lord. I want the Holy Spirit flowing within me. Peace, peace, peace. No matter what it happens, I'm walking with Jesus all the time. If Jesus is the only one be saved and have everlasting life, then what about Enoch in Old Testament? But where in Old Testament connects it? These were thoughts I was having. I need you. I'm not iced every time. I pray and I rebuke. I feel pain physically. So where on body? What is Zion? The mount of the Lord. Oh man, this is really, yeah. In Revelation 9:14 to 15, what 4 angels are they referring to? Why were they bounded? And where is the Euphrates in the Middle East? Well, that is a revelation, a nice passage I never noticed when I wrote this. That I have just recently learned that the Euphrates River is drying up, and it's also the time where all the plagues are drawn out and the 4 angels were chained. But yeah, curiosity question is, why were they bounded? Were they fallen angels? Were they did they do a heinous crime? Or it's a big curiosity for me. Oh, yes. In Revelation 10, verse 4, what are the seven thunders referring to, and why do they keep it a secret? Why is so many things what's kept a secret in Revelation? It's a very pondering question. I think, honestly, I wouldn't... It's kept a secret from me because would I just then prepare for the end time when the end time comes and make my peace? Or would I forget about it? Or would it affect me in my current state of mind if I knew about it? Would I be a believer? Not too sure. Revelation chapter 11, 1 verse 3. I wrote, now, when did Paul write Revelations? That's an interesting thing. When did Paul write Revelations? An interesting question. Temple in history was destroyed to get every drip old, every stone unturned. Was it 42 months? Apparently, in Revelation 13, verse 5, it was allowed to exercise authority for 42 months. 42 months? Coincidence? I think not. How does a dragon speak in Revelation 13, verse 11? Oh man, I was really deep within. Questions. Now, I pray one day I will be strong enough to stand outside with my brothers and sisters. I can't keep myself in check, and often I can't be heartless either. I hope one day I can stand with my brother and sister and not feel useless, but useful for prayer. I feel like an angel when I sit up here observing the protesters. Oh, I remember this. I was writing this during the time the Urban Abbey, where I used to work at, was having... they were having a protest versus an organization that was using the building to display a movie, and it was an abortion movie. And there was protesters out there against they were pro-life or pro-choice, and it was pro-life watching the movie, and they had a big stink about it. I remember this because I was up in the prayer tower praying with others that it would be peaceful. The useless but limited useful. I'm too weak-minded to stand up as a guardian. Thank you for showing me my true colors instead of joining either side. But I decided I'll just pray. Okay, so this was February 25th, 2020. Sitting in the cafe having a cookie with Andrew and Rochelle. February 25th. Later on, Daniel fast was 10 days of just vegetables and water. If angels are spiritual beings and the Holy Spirit is a spirited being, then because of the Spirit living within us, we are spiritual beings. That's an interesting... When times of old, the Nephilim were beings when spiritual beings made it with a physical body as they made themselves gods. One more known as Nimrod and the Tower of Babel. But when these beings were punished and taken out, they became what we know as demons of old. They try to have us to defy God. Oh yeah, I remember this. Pro-life, pro-choice. It's all vanity. Personal opinions? Is it vanity? I still think it's vanity. What somebody believes in... Personally, if you believe in abortion or you don't believe in abortion, I personally think that's a personal choice. I mean, but I don't really strongly believe that everyone has to pick one or the other. I strongly feel like there can be an option. Like some are just not think that it's worth it. That it's worth bickering amongst each other. And they just ignore it. And I'm one of those people. Lead poisoning. Oh, okay, that's something. Okay, so earlier, this would have been the next day. Darrow's obviously annoyed today, more than normally. I feel he needs to check into a spa. If we are same spiritual beings due to the Holy Spirit that resides inside them, then what is stopping us from becoming the Nephilim? Can the Holy Spirit depart from us? Can it come and go as it wishes? Or is it bounded? These are many different spiritual beings, both light and dark. I was really into a Nephilim a kick for a while. After the Great Flood, how was it that they were still giants? For example, how were there still giants? For example, David and Goliath. That was after the Great Flood. The Lord resides in me. He is the light. I feel sometimes I am a raft in darkness story. Sea. Excuse me. Where waves appear to be bigger than the boat. The sky is black and cold as an outer sky. And yet you can see a man at the stern of the ship, laughing at the storm, and yet another man on his knees praying for the Lord to calm the storms in tears. Lastly, one man is emotionless, face in this hellish storm. Scary thing, they are all the same person. That's interesting. That's an interesting quote I made. After my meditation of listening on February 26th to Daniel chapter 1 verse 9, I had thought about the four beasts. Are they the same four that are chained in Revelations? About whoa. No, it was four angels in Revelations. You know, that is an interesting debate. Would it be the angel? Yeah, I know what it says in the Bible, but it's interesting what I was thinking about in 2020. Oh yes, here it is. In Revelation, the one talking about the four angels bound to the great rivers, the Euphrates. Those four kill 1/3 when released. Who are the four angels? What are their names? Why were they bounded? What sin did they commit to be chained down under the river? Why did God bound them to Euphrates? What sin did they commit? Why do I feel somehow this chapter and Daniel have a bit in common? This chapter and Daniel have a bit in common. Yeah. I feel like I gotta reread Daniel all over again. The birth of songs. In Daniel 10, it speaks about being weak in spirit and that asking it will be granted. A spirit touched Daniel and instantly he was given strength. When I was 12, I asked my dad, a Baptist minister, how one should pick a life profession. Don't ask yourself what you want to be, he said. Better to ask yourself who you want to be, says Steve Bell. Okay, that was Steve Bell's dad. Okay. February 29th, still in 2020. Today in the cafe I watched as Angela and Keith played cribbage with Angela's patients. It was Angela's parents. As Mike played his Monkey Tower defense game, I've noticed his breath is kinda foul. I then wondered if mine is as well, though. ... Today is day 2 of Daniel's fast. I haven't written about it until now. I decided for Lent to go for a spiritual awakening in Christ and take step of the next 30 days. Wow, I remember this. This was hard on me, but it was rewarding. So in simple, for the next 40 days, I can only have fruits and vegetables, no animal products. or no animal byproducts. It was hard. It was hard. I had carbs and things like that, and I remember there was a moment where I needed protein, and I wasn't thinking about using nuts. And yeah, April 1st, the Siuna Sanctuary. Each panel looks like a series of roots of a bamboo in soil. Also looks like the frost on the cold winter days on the windows. Okay, I was looking at the frost on the windows and it looked like the roots of a bamboo in soil. I keep having trouble not farting since right now I'm in service of the Abbey. What are things that I am offensive to God? What is it that offends you, Lord? Oh, what are things that I am offends the Lord? What are things that I do that God finds offensive? I fell asleep in prayer last night at Young Adults. I'm not a good power, but as went for a poop, I couldn't see a cat face looking back at me in the... Oh, yeah. I went for a poop and it looked like a cat staring at me. The things you notice when you're streaming. Oh man. Okay. As your body touches my tongue, as your blood touches my tongue, I remember all you have done, the sacrifices. I thank you for allowing me to do the symbol with you. March 2nd. Starting a new day in English, and made a mistake. I called my teacher Ben, but apparently he changed his name to Kara, and then Sam and Thomas came and started speaking the speech of him and her. Yep, for a brief moment I felt like I was about to be kicked out of class again for an inappropriate comment. This goes to be the hardest, for a lot harder. Her name is Kara, not Kira, not Kura, not Kara, Kara. Oh yeah. Oh yes, and this came in afterwards. I remember this. Oh, this hurt me so hard. Oh, I remember this like it was just yesterday. March 5th. Don't say anything or you'll be kicked out. Don't speak up, don't talk to women in class, or they may get you kicked out. I made a friend uncomfortable and I was being friendly. Don't look up or they'll hammer you down. The world rather have you silenced and quietly depressed. I felt like I was under attack during this process. I went to just ask somebody that had slipped on ice, and I remember talking to them about it and going, would you like help with your books? Because we would go from class to class. I was like, would you like help? I could carry your books or, the special chair you got, just trying to be helpful. And they took that as I was trying to flirt with them. And that wasn't the case. And it wasn't even talked to me. They went right to the counselor, and I got pretty much talked to about between the superintendent and the counselor about it, about my behavior about it and how I was talking. It was like, I asked her if she wanted help. Well, there was more than that. I was like, okay, all right. I felt like a spiritual warfare happening on me. And then I remember during the time I was going through a difficult time in the Abbey, and I went, okay, all right. And, I wanted to make right, but they wouldn't tell me who it was. And all my classmates and I were all in a group chat that we made out of school to chat with each other in case one of us missed school and how to help them out and go what assignments were done. And it was more for a communication. I said right in there, I didn't even think about it. And I went, if I made anybody feel uncomfortable in class in the past while, I'm very sorry. It wasn't intentional. I'm very sorry if I made you offended, because that's all I knew about. And I remember shortly afterward, the next day, I got pulled back into the office again to say, you know what, we told you to let it go and da-da-da-da, and you attacked them. Like, who are you talking about? They're like, well, don't you know? I was like, no, because obviously I don't. You don't want to give me information. I don't know what I've done, so how can I correct the issue? Like, you're not helping me at all. You're just literally blaming me for something, but not telling me exactly what was said. You just told me this, you made somebody feel uncomfortable, and that's it. Well, what did I say? Because guess what? If you don't tell me, I'm going to do it again, and again, and again, and again. That wasn't fair. I didn't like that. So that was said, and then, well, I guess when I said it, I singled out everyone, because everyone's like, it's not me, it's not me, and not me, and then that one person left the chat. I was like, oh, it's her. Okay. Good, I'll avoid her. Go to sit at a table, I sit at an opposite table, I get pulled out third time, and they said, you know what, we're pulling you from the class. She doesn't feel comfortable having you in the class. I'm like, so I fail because somebody feels uncomfortable. I didn't do anything wrong, but I got punished for it. That's not fair. I lost my credit because somebody decided that for whatever reason they wanted to be smiteful. I remember that. And that's why I wrote the message like, don't look up, don't, just stay down. Anyways, March 16th. This morning I had a prophetic dream, but before I go into that, the first I must discuss of why it happened. So a few days ago, I asked Mike what he was planning to do with the lawnmower, snowblower, and his old bike, the one Ricky and I gave him at his old house, except his landlord may not like that. So in the dream, I went to investigate to pick up the bike, and just as I went to go grab it, his landlord pulled up in the driveway and I panicked. I decided to run through a few neighbors' backyards, except I found out I was running up a mountain like hills trying to escape, right by his old house. Just as I was in the clean, I noticed I left my jacket behind and it was cold. My dad pulled up behind me. The landlord whisked the trailer to throw out all that was left, and I decided to walk home. God revealed to me sin is still sin, and trespass is still sin. I also feel that it's not my issue, and God will provide the pieces I need to build Doug bikes. I don't know what it was. March 26th. Oh, yes. First case COVID. So, transformation, but renewed my mind. So, be transformed, but renewed mind. Let these that are gifted to offer your body as a living sacrifice. Today I will be meeting with Angela and Talita. Oh, that was probably... I don't know what that was. Not a clue. I had a dream of the opportunity to preach to church audience. I sort of bummed it and was nervous. Had no material, and all I need is ask God. Oh, I had dreamed of opportunity to preach in church audience, but I sort of bummed it. I was too nervous. Oh man, this was a dream I had. Do what is good, not evil. March 30th. Today, I had a disagreement with Talita. She came into mine and Douglas's living quarters and made it feel like she demanded that we use a spoon for the candy bowl and told us that we need to remain 6 feet apart. I don't like how I was treated or talked to, and would have preferred if Angela or Scott had talked to us. I wouldn't do that to her. I feel so offended and hurt. Proverbs 16, verse 20. Whoever gives thought to the world will discover good, and blessed in those who trust in the Lord. Rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be consistent in prayer. Romans 12, verse 12. It's better to forgive and not hold a grudge or pull away my love. The Lord knows that He is doing. I will talk to her and tell her how I am feeling. Whoa, I was in a dark mode after that. Because here I'm reading, can you feel that? It is the flow of darkness of Forgant, that I'm in the middle of a valley with the mountains around me, and the fog starts to creep down the mountains. Oh, this feeling is so intoxicating. This feeling is so familiar. I remember the smell of it. It's like rust and the smell of despair. I remember that there once was a young man clinging to the center room with blood flowing down the walls. Oh, and being chained by hands, wrists, and ankles. As the man screamed and roared, you can hear, if you listen closely, you hear a child crying within. Now all I can find is just a green meadow with a stone platform with eye hooks into the ground, but no chains, just flowers in place around it. Where has all the pain and suffering gone? Why is this uncomfortable feeling? Why can't I write dark poetry anymore like I used to? I used to write some borderline suicide dark poetry. What has happened to me? And yet I'm terrified to release my darkness. Not anymore. Why am I afraid of it? Am I slipping through the songs? I'm playing music. I gotta go. Metallica. Oh yeah, I was like, couldn't understand it, what the world was crumbling, and I wanted my old self. Guess what? You hit a moment. I remember the cliff. Oh, I remember Cliff Hoover. Um, he was a good friend of mine. We had this nickname for each other that was definitely inappropriate for this server, or definitely inappropriate for me to say, but it was a very interesting name we called each other. And then asked about, what do you choose, God or darkness? I release the chains of darkness and release this darkness to Jesus Christ. It's out of my hands. Lord, I don't want the resentment of power of this. I want to remove it from my life. I want to remove the fear of feeling lost, living in the shadows. Do you hear that? All in caps. I'm the Son of God. Okay, so then I had a message where I put, what a day. I woke up with a minor headache. I haven't ate breakfast yet, just waiting for my clothes to dry. Sitting in the tower about to do some work on education. Today I'm finding it difficult for myself from self fornication. To interrupt me, I tried to press again, but you sent Douglas to stop me. Thank you. I tried to continue, but you interrupted me by sending a brother. Thank you. Lust equals lie equals murder. It's supposed to be... Oh, and a lot of this is wetted out, so I can't even read it. What makes you alone, strong, and honest? Lock down my phone. Lord is my strength, my shield. To the Spirit I yield. Some of these I can't even read anymore, as I was writing in a rainstorm. The feeling to again to sleep is like irresistible aroma. Through remember. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember having this dream about her. I had a dream about my ex-wife. I asked to take the wound. Ask forgiveness if wronged would be. When wounded by someone, don't hold it and don't. Oh yeah, I remember this. I was stuck in the abbey and I was trying to find things to do. Love all, even those that love these. When you're frustrated, to be patient. When you're in love, to judge, you decide how to help the poor, help the homeless. Are you a sheep or are you a goat? Give sin the boot. Okay, so this is May 7th, 2020. I haven't wrote an entry in quite a while. The air is still cold. I've decided a while back to wear a kilt, and I like it. I have to wear shorts under it because I don't know for sure, but I feel one of my sisters is out for me, and had Scott tell me to wear it, not just shorts, but underwear too. So far, no one I know has COVID. Yes, I remember this. So I got my kilt for the first time in May 2020, and I was wearing underwear underneath it, but somebody came up and said they seen something. Well, thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Charles. How are you? Hi, Modelo. Hey, hey, there you guys are. Hello, hello. Hello, Gimpy. Hello. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm just doing a video log. I'm just reading my video log from. Literally, I'm going from back in 2020. So I'm just doing a random vlog. Doing well. Glad I could raid. Oh, well, thank you so much for the raid. Much, much appreciate. That's awesome. That's awesome. How was your stream? Oh, thank you for following me, Peach. Welcome to the team, or welcome to the family. A pup is actually a short form, or a pup is a baby chipmunk. So yeah. Oh, okay, Gimp. I hope you get definitely a good relaxation, and you drink some water, and I hope you're feeling better soon. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear. What's scripture did you go over? Oh, you're very welcome. Okay, I've read Ecclesiastes. Ah, that's a beautiful, beautiful book. Psalms is definitely a beautiful one. But Joshua, I don't think I've jumped into Joshua. I think I gotta, here, you know what? I'm gonna write that down. Jump into Joshua tonight. There. Well, that's a clever way to do it. I hope you had a wonderful stream, though. Okay. Okay. So May 7th, 2020. I haven't wrote an entry in quite a while. The air is still cold. I've decided a while back to wear a kilt, and I like it. I have to wear shorts under it, because I don't know for sure, but I feel one of my sisters in the Abbey is out for me. And they had told Scott, but Scott now told me to wear not just shorts, but underwear under it too, which I was already doing, but now I have to put shorts under it. Kind of beats the whole purpose of I got a kilt so I wouldn't be sweating so much. Kind of goes out the window with it. So far, no one I know has COVID yet. In fact, most of in the Abbey are quite healthy. I moved a few weeks into the White House. I'm living in the apartments 3 with Douglas and his friend Joseph. It's quite nice. May 5th. Why did I write that? Weird. I'm at a job helping for about work. But now Talita wants me to leave because she doesn't like me. Which then I had started believing that it might have been Talita that was the sister that didn't like me. Thank you. Oh, well, I hope you have a wonderful lunch. May God bless you in all your travels. And I'll catch your stream later on. Have a great day, Charles. May 11th. I got a haircut. Scotland style. I like it. It made me look respectful for whatever I do or say will reflect the face of Jesus now. So I decided to do a 1 hour and I just stopped at May 12th. Oh, I remember this. So this passage was me looking at lawnmowers and trailers, and this is where I was just starting my landscaping company. This is in the develop stage. So I'm looking at a trailer and I'm looking at the lawnmower and how many carriage bolts am I going to need, the dimensions. Currently, right now, I'm feeling like I shouldn't even have moved to the White House. I should have just stayed at my old apartment. Yeah, it was kind of scary at times. Welcome! Welcome! Echo Light Roasty. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I'm just doing a video log. Thank you so much for dropping in. Yeah, I'm just doing a stream, doing a video log stream. I am now in... I would say I'm in May 19th, 2020. So yeah. Why? Making me feel like I shouldn't have even moved to this White House. Say, you wish you had a door, but were offered a room with a door and rejected it. Oh, I remember this. This was with my my roommate, Joseph. It was technically a 2-bedroom with a living room, but we each needed a room because we were all Abbey brothers. And we were all living there. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. And we were, thank you for the follow, Peach. I just seen that pop up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Magda Truck, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. And so the story about this was there was 2 rooms that had a door on it. One did not have a door on it. And at first it was one of the rooms had to be was still in the work of being built. And we couldn't go into it except me. I was in construction and maintenance, so I was the one working on it with Keith. And So we had the option. Well, Joseph decided he wanted to room with Douglas, and I took the small room. When the room was available, um, everybody asked if I wanted it. I said, "Well, I don't know, Douglas or Joseph. You keep saying about wanting a door on your door, a privacy. Why don't you take the room? It has a door." And me and Doug were thinking. I think me and Doug were thinking it was a good idea. I know I was thinking at the time. And then, but Joseph said no, and like it came down to this as, if you wish you had a door, but you refuse to take it, he was causing me a lot of problems. He was talking behind my back, and um, he would like just talk down to me, and it was really bad. Like he was just a young adult, and I was in my 30s being talked down to like a young adult. Um, he wanted the house cleaned every single day. He was OCD clean. Like it had to be, and now I'm not talking like just a quick sweep or anything. He wanted it swept and mopped every day, walls cleaned. It was like I don't have time to do all that and my Abbey duties, and then starting my business. I don't have that time. I'm not signing up for this. I'll help clean. I'll do a quick sweep and that, but I'm not doing it every single day because you require it. Um, what was it? Trying to encourage me to have certain ways in my room. Curtains, heater vent. Yeah, he came to the point where he was trying to tell me to get curtains and a heater vent, and you should put the heater vent on, and what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to do in my own room, and it was just like, dude. May 23rd. How I have practically spent 4K in a month. Sad truth is, it wasn't enough. But no money is enough. I should have humbled myself better and denied the money. I'm learning from this, Father. I don't need or want cash. I should have invested it. And I chose to buy a lawnmower and weed trimmer, trailer and advertisement to promote my business. Eco-friendly grass care. Yeah, I left some for divorce. I didn't, though. I used it shortly afterwards. What are world values? There are basic human needs: food, clothes, and shelter, which means not only making sure you can pay for what's required, but have extra for uh, tax and security. The value of God. What are values in God? God is holy, pure, God is righteous, just, merciful, trustful, faithful, and God's grace. And love, how I can be more valued to God. You already are. By Jesus you are. Yaakov mentioned footnotes of James about living the way of the Spirit and needing my body. And mending my body. May 26th. On a cloudy day with early morning rain, I'm at City Hall listening to church chimes of a pre-recorded organ track. There are flashing lights of first risks. I don't know what I was reading. Of a fire train. Just as chiming stops, I hear a flowing waterfall, but it is just a water shooting out of the fountain. The wind is nice. It reminds me going to my parents' camp and laying in the hammock, rocking to the wind at Black Ash Camp that flowed off the lake of Black Ash Campground. Oh, that wait is 9 minutes. Wait, that wait is 9 minutes. Aboriginal woman is walking with a pink scarf, holding a black leather bag. A seagull shout flying above her, their cries to each other. Cars and trucks drive by as I sit on this dry picnic table. I can hardly hear them over the sound of those that are dragging their feet. I'm now on the bus heading back to the Abbey. It's quite hectic at the terminals. this time of pandemic. People were bused, including me, 36 empty seats. How is that? Oh, 15 people on the bus, including me, out of 36 empty seats. How is that a 2 meter radius? Under my mask, my skin is starting to feel sweaty. Okay. My main hope is that we are abbats, help everyone that step through the door. Although my biggest fear is that we over time conform to a worldly church and that doesn't know Jesus. I have found the Abbey for I've been part of the Abbey for about 1 year now. I found what makes us different, wonderverse about people with not same as thinking much. Like high school. They're like sub-circles. These circles make the Abbey what is known as today. Because of this, it allows us to grow and assist those that are in different walks in life. I find my days in the Abbey are different than others, but generally looks like this. 7 a.m. wake up, 8 a.m. breakfast, 9 a.m. morning prayer, 10 to 12 Abbey chores, 12 p.m. lunch, 1 to 2 Abbey chores, 3 p.m. prayer, 4 p.m. help with dinner, 6 p.m. dinner, 7 to 9 free time, 10 o'clock quiet time, bed. Now it's at that time. Now it was 7 a.m. wake up, 8 a.m. breakfast, 9 a.m. prayer, 10 to 12 lawn cutting, personal business, 10 in the evening or in the afternoon, help in the kitchen, 1:30 lunch, 2 to 6 lawn cutting, personal, 7 to 9 Abbey chores, 10 p.m. quiet time. Some days 3 to 7 or 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. I have a night shift. My main drive is to keep the Abbey running smooth, and since I was seeking to become a brother of the Abbey, it's the Abbey and God drives me to take care of it even more, even if it burns me out. I feel it captivates me when we should. I found myself at fault that I hadn't been captured. I've been captured in this, and that I need to grow more. Look up Brother Lawrence. Okay. Enneagrams. Look into them. Okay. Apparently, I had to look into that. Oh. I'll make a highlight for that. July 16th, 2020. It's been a long few months since I wrote in here. Sorry, folks. Sorry if you're reading this and, Corey, you're reading this and there's not much here. Well, I can say so much. We're cutting grass. A thunderstorm has come in, and I thought I could go to the prayer tower and write some poetry, but I'm not good enough. I'm just a hound. I don't deserve to go where I want. I have felt for some time that I've been still in chains. I am hearing growling deep within as the storm comes in. I refuse to leave as I sit under the porch. What hurts the most? That, oh, I remember this. This is how my journal got wet. I was writing this and I didn't want to leave. Well, I haven't wrote in quite a while, June 25th. So much has changed. I moved in with Kim 2 years ago. Whoa. That was, last message was July 16th, 2020. For 2021 and 2022, I didn't write anything. Wow. Well, I haven't wrote anything for quite a while. So much has changed. I moved in with Kim 2 years ago, left living in the Abbey and serving 2 years ago. Started a business called Celtic Trimmer. Yesterday, Kim and I moved our Okay, so Kim and I moved something to the living room. Kim just giving the dog raspberries on his face. Today I came across a native man sitting in front of shoppers on the ground. He seemed to be cold and suffering. He explained that he had a healthy drinking problem and injured leg. Every time he tries to eat, he just throws it up. I can smell the booze on him, though, on his breath. But he was so happy to receive prayer. He was clinging to my arm, so as I prayed, just as I finished, a lass came out and began to give him mitts. And OJ, oh my new phone came in. Bane says hi. February 3rd, 2022. I'm trying to calm down after playing with the kids. Bane. Got an Alosha on landline and is going through a difficult time. Later this evening, Tyler and Mike and Destiny Corey came over to play in our Pathfinder session. It was very quirky, but I am tired and need sleep. February 5th, 2022. I think I need a drink of coffee. How's everyone out there today? Okay, so I'm going to continue reading now that my throat's been dried up. Here sitting at my mommy and dad's house, celebrating Kenzie's 14th and Trenton's 13th birthday. Lots of protests. Kim was telling me today. Oh, hey, I got a giant teddy bear last night. We were helping our friend Corey's sister move to Copenhagen Trailer Park. So the CNOY walk is coming soon. Coldest Night of the Year walk. I've raised over $349 so far. The walk is on the 26th since Mountain Dory. I'm going to one at Salem. I'm going to be going to young adults at Salem tonight. But I haven't learned not to choose sides. But I've learned that not to choose sides, but keep an open mind, no matter what happens. Something I'm still working on. What a wonderful day. This is February 8th. Over 3 years since I was with the Abbey, I ponder if this is where how Andrew felt like. Looking back, I had so much zeal. Started my routine for exercise 3 days a week. It did not last. I thank the Lord for everyone I came across. Brought a smile to the faces as the day goes by. I find myself drowning closer to understanding of languages and cultures. I'm sitting here at the office waiting to see him about why I keep. Oh, I'm at the I'm sitting here at the doctor's office and waiting for him to come about to see about why I keep having and to get meds and why my sperm is not pregnating my fiance. Warm days today. February 13th. I came to the Abbey today for service. Yeah, I went to church. Seen many familiar faces. I haven't thought when we see those that poor, why do you feel the urge to try to avoid them? Wait, I have thought when we see those that are poor, why do we feel the urge to try to avoid them? Should I not push past them to talk to them, or at least pray against my pride? I feel since I seen the Westerbacks after such a long time, Miss Westerback gave me a warm hug. I've noticed a few times in the Bible that the sentence "Don't tell anyone about what was seen or done," Jesus says, Mark 5 verse 43. How is it that it's written then? Or does God give all up choice of trust in him and hold his word? God, why do I see a white glow around certain people? Sometimes I see a dark shadow following them within the glow. And that still happens to this day. Like, if I stare at somebody's head or their body, I will either see something white or something black. And I have no idea why. I don't believe in the whole occult, so, I am not a strong supporter of the cult. As a Christian, I truly believe that the occult is basically the power of demonic spirits, and I can say that because before I started following Jesus, I was the cult. I was pulling Christians away from God. I would literally give them any lie they want, any lie to get them away from God. How do I live with people or God? Trust in the Lord, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 to 6. As I sit by the fire on February 15th, while hanging out with Wayne, I ponder that life events of what one calls the Creator. Am I going down God's plan? What is God's plan? The more I'm obedient to God, the more I learn about myself and God. March 11th. Fear the Lord is in his reign. Why do you fear the Lord? I know he can split earth and swallow those to Moses' time with fake priests. In Old Testament, he was quite frightening, and still is. Sin every day. I'm a sinful man. Why would you want such a judgmental, slandering man? How can I be of useful to you? I'm listening. I'm still standing. I know it's only because of you. I can't do this on my own. Lastly, I feel when I talk to Kim about the laundry, I'm talking to a brick wall. I keep getting these phrases. Yes, dear. I'll do it later, dear. I'm so unmotivated right now. I'm tired. And yet, it still doesn't get done. And then it continues to pile up. Okay, I'm just going to write it down. I hope it will make me relax, and it did. For a while. She has 4 dressers plus 3 totes, laundry baskets, 2 closets, and she's still wearing, but all she's wearing is PJs, sweats, and shirts to go out. Yet still continues to buy clothes and accept donations. How much clothes does one need? All in caps. I barely have 3 drawers. And no, for my sweaters, I'm frustrated. It's getting to the point where I feel I should just stop asking and just take action. She uses whatever reason to not to clean and put laundry away, but has no problems when it involves the following: driving her kids to school, picking them up, even though they can take the damn school bus, typing her stories to compare, hanging out with her friends. I feel it's almost that she will do anything but put her damn clothes away. Geez, after writing this, this I see myself in this. After writing this, I see myself in this. God, how often do you look at me and say, why do you focus on worldly ideals and things instead of me? True. That's a big truth there. March 13th, 2025. Today, Kim came to service. The time changed last night, and young adults, we finally were able to share in tea and coffee and games again. It feels so nice. I want to learn more of English role. I am a Scottish Canadian who follows Jesus. I'm so tired. I can hardly keep my eyes open. I'm physically drained. Why is it that when going to service you feel the urge to close your eyes and relax? Ruled by a Canadian ruler or English rule? If we ruled by a Canadian rule, why is it we still have the Queen on our coin? Such an interesting debate. Today, on March 27th, I went to Evangel Church. Josiah and his sister gave me a ride. I'm continuing my search for a church to draw closer. Draw closer to God. There are quite a few familiar faces, both from the Abbey and young adults. The pastor here is named Tori. She has a unique way of spreading cheer. She has everyone using a party horn every time the word celebrate is spoken. Last night, I went to young adults, I played canta and basketball till 1 a.m. Thank you, Lord. I am tired, though. Yet each time your child blow their horn, I wake up. Thank you, Lord. What denomination is Evangel? Is it Pentecostal? What makes it so different? It has wooden pews. There are a few familiar faces like Randy, Jolene, Colin, and Josiah. Few volunteers from the Abbey and young adults. Quite energetic. They also gave me a cup and a couple goodies for welcoming me into their church. I am quite tired today. November 19th, 2022. Oh, now we're getting up to close to this date. I believe in you, yet do you know me? I know I haven't been perfect, childlike my other brothers and sisters. Please don't forget me when you come. Don't let me die due to the fallen angels of the dried up river in Revelation 9 verse 14. It spoke that the sixth trump rung and that the fallen angels... Okay, I'm going to pause here. This is like the third or fourth time that I've brought up the fallen angels. That can't be a coincidence. Because that's three to four different accounts where it's come up where I was talking about something happening. And that really can't be a coincidence journaling over from 2020 to now. I don't know. Oh, you didn't say anything, kid. I knocked on the door. Oh, okay. So anyways, I'm just sitting at home and, yeah. So I was sitting there and I'm wondering, got to be something about the Euphrates River because it keeps coming up, and I don't know why. So maybe that means later on I should do definitely a study later on about it, a personal study, and maybe God is trying to reveal something to me and I don't know what it is. But this is a reason that I'm noticing that might be something I might want to take a look at. Okay. Alright, so I'm coming back onto the stream, everybody. How's everybody doing right now? Okay, don't let me die due to the fallen angels of the dried up river. In Revelation 9, verse 14. It spoke. Wait, where did it? It spoke that the sixth trumpet is rung. Then the fallen angels who are bound at Euphrates River will be released to kill a third of mankind. In 2022, the population was 8 billion. Now, a third of that is $2.6 billion. 2.66666 billion. 2.42 billion, which is what the population would be if that would happen now. Would I be within that number, or would I still be in the sin? Yes, I continue in sexual immorality, which is adultery, homosexuality, lesbian behavior, incest, and unholy, unnatural, impure sexual behavior, including to fornication, which is self-fornication, masturbation. I need to stop this and not suffer. If the angels are mentioned in Jude verse 6, the same as Revelation 9 verse 14, looking into the order audio of a Book of Enoch, just for checking it out, for just something to read. I talked to Colin last night, and he helped me put some barrels up on my phone to stop me from looking at anything over 14 plus rating. I installed Bulldog to prevent me from looking at porn. Now I need to do the same with my computer and Xbox. Talk to Yarmo about his study opposed. Yarmo. I don't know who Yarmo was. And I admit, it does really work, Bulldog. It works very well. I really like how it works and everything, and it's worked for me quite a few times. There's a couple times where I've slipped up and turned it off, and they have an option where if you pay a yearly subscription, you can set it with a friend, and that it will notify a friend when you turn that off. So then you're able to add, like, you don't want to disappoint a friend, like a support person that's supporting you through it, and they can walk to help you through it. It's helped me quite a bit to keep me in check. I'm worried about Charlotte. Every chance I look or talk to her, she often looks away or seems disgusted in me. I don't know why. She often seems friendly with everyone else than me. The difference between the twins, Yeska, and the other one, Katrina, is that there's a bump above her eye on Yeska, but not on Katrina. So we learned that my attention for service is 90 minutes. I need to move, but at the moment I looked around and trying to make conversations when I try to fall asleep. January 21st, 2022. I sometimes feel I may be the awkward one in the group. Could it be my age? Oh, this is just recently. Well, that's 23. Whoopsie. Okay, that's pretty up recently. Okay, so yeah, that's 2023. That would have been 2022. This is recently. This is literally, I'm almost done up. Hi Jordan, how are you, buddy? Yeah, I'm just reading, doing my video log and starting back from 2020 before COVID started up to now. To do our recent video log. This is something I'm going to be doing a weekly thing. Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe you'll learn from my mistakes. Oh, video log, as in a vlog. Whenever I do things, I will write it usually in a journal or a video log. Video log is just like a journal. So I'm actually writing. You guys are hearing things that are really close to my heart, like really close. That I just write down instead of saying, so to speak. Like almost like you get to follow down the history train, a time train, and revisit what I was going through at that time. It's more of a personal thing for me because I really revisit it. You guys are just hearing about it for the first time. But yeah, that's the difference, or what it is. Okay, so this was literally January 21st. This was just a couple days ago. I was at a Bible study, and yeah. I sometimes feel as I may be the awkward one in the group. Could it be my age? Or am I too big of a person? Am I too big of a person as in I'm too fat? I am feeling a complete feeling of unworthiness right now. Everyone is enjoying each other quite much better in their own little groups. Why do I feel this way? Why am I feel as I'm not good enough? I feel like I need to be hyper energetic and out of this world and constantly why do I have to feel like I have to go crazy constantly? That feeling that I would have to be like that. I seem to need to get attention, or they'll think I'm weird or crazy. I feel like I don't belong here. Memories of old are flowing through me. They seem to remind me of life I can't have anymore. I'm disgusted with myself. I'm condemning myself. What use could you have in me, in a wretch like me, Lord? I feel worthless. Would anyone here even notice if I just disappeared one day? If I just got up and left and never came back, would anybody ever notice that I'm gone? As everyone is standing up worshiping, I'm sitting down, writing my feelings out, yet I continue to fall asleep now at the study, and I hear the word at 1. This is the second time that I've come to a Bible study and had the problem with staying awake, as I can't study the word without fighting the urge to close my eyes. My eyes are feeling so quite heavy right now. If I do feel so unwelcome, why do I continue to come? I'm sure everyone is wondering, why is that old man still here? Doesn't he know this is for young adults? Should I never have come? But a couple of my other friends come here and they're older adults. And the leader said it's okay. But still, I wonder if I don't belong here. If it is, Lord, can you guide me towards a door that I can be around others my age to study? I'm fighting the tears back right now, Lord. I am crying in the middle of a study, and I'm so glad nobody's noticed anything. As I write these, or is this just inside my thoughts? Travis says it's okay to feel this way. But is it? Douglas says, don't think anything much of it. You're always welcome here. You like going, that's good. That's important. We're studying Galatians 3, yet I'm so quiet. It's not like me to be so quiet. How does grace release your fear, Jocko? How do you not deal with the problems of the world? I got the courage to finally ask Shar why she hated me so. Every time I say it, she shrugs off and is super friendly with everyone else, all the other guys and gals. But I feel like as she's constantly ignoring me. Even she texts me, hi, and once I replied, I get silent treatment from her. I'm going to ask after the study. June 22nd. Char was tired. That's why. Kim came home this morning. She's feeling a lot better. We're heading to my dad's for Sunday dinner right now. Yesterday. This is yesterday's video log. Food was good. Came to my parents for leftover dinner, but my siblings didn't come out. My sister is sick, and my brother's window got broken into, and things in his car got stolen. I have a stream at 8 p.m. tonight on Stardew Valley. I have to finish making my I finished making my overlay last night for it. Oh, looks like Jordan's calling me. Talk to you guys soon. And here's my video log for today, everyone. So if you're watching this as like the most recent video log, of more updated for me. You know, I've been streaming for a little bit, and I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. I just know I just keep working, keep streaming, and thinking of other things. Right now, it's like my season is as a landscaper is on hold right now until the winter's gone. So I am just sitting here in my living room trying to think of things I can do to pass the time. Streaming is one of those things that I'm taking on. I've decided to go back to school. I've decided to just take a couple upgrading courses just to kind of refresh my brain in certain fields. Possibly I can use it for my beneficial of using it for my company and to be able to do computers and do it a lot better. That's what I'm hoping. There we go. And I also, the main reason I want to go to the school is it's paid off. It's free for us here in Canada for these certain courses. And by doing it's free, I can actually use the membership there as I'm going to school to also use their gym there, which is one of the more pushes that is pushing me, that if I go to school, then I can exercise. And if I can exercise, I can lose this weight. As I feel like I weigh 277, and I keep growing every Sunday. I would like to be 200 by like April. That way I look a little more better, you know, my shirts will fit me better. I will, as I'm working landscaping, I'm not like, when I'm sweating my butt off, I'm not like burning out and being able to work longer. I just hired a bunch of guys, like, you know, like I barely do any of the work. If I started doing the work, I would need the weight loss off. If the weight loss off, I might not need as many guys as I hire, which means more profits for me, but also means more of I'm working. So yeah, there's that. So that's what's going on right now. I'm trying to get my health back in order. I am, as Kim's healing and everything, I'm the one that trying to get back into the routine of doing some things, like how the Abby taught me was as reading those journals. Like, I had an Abby chore time. Like, there was a time for everything. You woke up at a certain time, and you know you ate this day, or you ate at this time, and prayed at this time, and that was the point. Like, there was a routine. Yeah, sometimes some things would end a little early or start a little late, and you'd manage it, but it wouldn't be like I wake up now and it's like, what do I do? Well, I don't know. I'm just gonna lay around here. You know, I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep all day. You know, because I don't have anything to do. And I've gotten into such a routine. Like, my routine's completely out of the whack. I play games for a long time, and now I have office work to do. And it's like I do maybe 2 pages of it, and I'm bored, or I'm too tired to do this, and I'll do it later. It's like I need to get into a routine, and especially if I'm going to school, it'll help me in that routine. But yeah, so that's something that's updating right now. You know, I'm doing video logs. I'm doing weekly video logs, so I'll be writing in my journal and thinking about it and writing and doing this once a week. You guys are just here to listen. You know, just, you know what? Oh, why is your video a log? Because I decided to. Straight up, Teddy. That's the only reason. I just decided to make this one of my video log spots because once I make it, I just publish it over at YouTube. So it's like I figured I could just export it over to YouTube, and I don't have to make a double recording or make a recording on YouTube. I can do it right here while I'm streaming about my journal. I don't know. I feel like I'm not ashamed about people seeing my video logs. And I mean, some people make them really private, but personally, these are my mistakes. These are what have made me me. Like, there's so much reflecting I can see in it. Starting to really think about that Daniel fast. That was a good one. I literally had no meat, and I think I even took out some of the carbs out of it. I was being very careful not to touch carbs. I think if I did it this time, I'd just be like, no meat, and just have carbs and nuts and that kind of stuff. Yeah. That'd be definitely different. Whew. Can imagine what I'd be feeling like in the mornings. Probably drop weight real quick. Anyways, that's not the point why I'd be doing it. I'd be doing it to draw myself closer to God. That was the main reason I did the fast, was for a spiritual awakening, and it worked. It worked phenomenal. I didn't do it for 40 days. I did it for a couple of weeks, but it worked. So you started opening up to me that were more like, what do I need and what do I don't need in my life? Like, what are worldly things I need? And at that time, I was going through it. I actually got rid of my Xbox. It decided not to work. And this is before I bought my new one. And I just went, all right, well, if I can't have my Xbox, you know what? Let's start looking at things that maybe I was playing things that were definitely not true to God. Like, there were things I was playing that some games I still won't play to this day, but I used to play. Like, just some violent games. It wasn't. See, the thing with games is I'm always very careful about it, and why I'm true about it is why I play a lot of sandbox games is if it's so easy to murder in a game, how hard is it to murder in real life? Or how hard is it to sin? Like you get so used to lying in a game. Well, it's okay in a game, so it's okay. But our eyes and ears are the gates. Literally, what you see and what you are around constantly are more like things you're going to be. And truly, that's what I feel for myself. That's truly what I feel about myself. And something I've always noticed. So a lot of games I play are sandbox games because I can relax. I'm not seeing it as I'm killing another human, or I'm lying, or I'm a rogue. Like when I play Skyrim, I have a hardest time playing that game because I'm under judgment constantly. Or if I'm playing COD or Halo, I still feel guilty about it when I kill something. Minecraft is really good. Like, there's a lot of games that are like that. And so I try to be careful about playing them, and I pray about it. Not all the time, but I used to pray about it. And so when my Xbox was gone, that was it. I got rid of my manga collection at the time. I got rid of my card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! and got rid of it all. Like, I was like, I'm not going to have any temptation. And then I literally looked at it. I had nothing in my room other than a couple books and my Bible. And I was bored crazy. But then a gaming cafe opened up, and I started going there, and then I stopped really doing that. So obviously there was truth, but the world was too deep for me to be. I got distracted so easily. So yeah. So anyways, everybody, that's my video log for this week. If you liked the video, definitely send me down a like down there. If it's on YouTube, send me a like and a share, subscribe. That'd be awesome. On Twitch, yeah, but here, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to do a raid. A raid. Raid. Oh, wait a minute. I passed my goal. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for helping me reach my goal. I'll be changing that goal. Start a new goal. Yeah, all right. So my next goal, let's say, yeah, 50. That's a good one. No, we're going to go 60. 60. No, not 600. 60. There we go. Yeah. Affiliate. There we go. Help me get to affiliate. There we go. And there we go. My goal has been set. There we go. Reset the goal. Help me get to there. That'd be much appreciated. Thank you, everybody that helped me get there. Much appreciated. All right, now let's do this raid. Who is online? All right, we're going to raid them back. Oh, yeah, we're totally raiding him right on back. All right. All right, so Charles jumped in here earlier and raided me. And now I'm about to raid Charles back. Charles Q. Banks. We're going to be raiding Charles Q. Banks. That's who we're going to raid. So thank you, everybody who is watching the channel. Thank you so much for dropping in for the time to listen to my video log and listen to my daily life. I hope to see you guys again. And, Wednesday at 7 p.m., if you check out the Discord group, you can check it out. And when you check it out, you can, what is it? Wednesday, worship. Wednesday's worship. Wednesday at 7 p.m. for a worship night. Come on and join and listen to the tunes. And, let's have a wonderful day. All right? Talk to you guys soon. Bye. And love you all. And especially, God bless. Take care. Right. Oh, wait. We got 4 more people. All right, now we're going. We're doing the raid. We're gonna raid. We're gonna raid. Start the raid. Raid! There we are. See y'all later. Raid. Yes, all right. We're heading over to Charles. Bye.